Hello and welcome back to the Aflac Cup Series Season 13. We're just about halfway through the season here in Bristol, Tennessee at the half-mile bull ring where Bristol plays host to the Aflac Cup Series drivers for the Bass Pro Shops night race. One of the most anticipated events of the season. Last year it was the finale. This year, playing a crucial points race in 8 drivers' quest to make the Aflac Cup Series chase. Kyle Larson, is he the new owner of Bristol? The guy is really good here, and he's on the pole for tonight's race at Bristol. Corey LaJoie, he's got a new team, leaving Spire, trading Justin Haley rides. He is now with Rick Ware Racing. Josh Berry starts up front tonight. He is a short track driver. A lot of good short track routes in his career. Let's see if he can get it done from starting up front. And Bubba Wallace is feeling very confident about his McDonald's Toyota Camry with Grimace right on the hood. Now let's check out our point standings as we inch closer towards that playoff chase. Denny Hamlin, he is comfortably in. Not a lock, but he's in. Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex, Gino Harvey, Tyler Reddick, Logano, and Larson are currently your top 8. Suarez is 4 points out. Ryan Preece, Ryan Blaney, Big Bad Brad Keselowski. You got William Byron, Carter Adelman, Austin Cindric, and Jack Mitchell, all within 20 points of Kyle Larson. Let's see if that bubble moves tonight. But Larson, he's got a great advantage as he starts up front. Now it's time for the command. Drivers, start your engines! Cars fire up and roll off here for 20 laps at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Now, for your starting lineup, on the pole for today's event, it's Kyle Larson, and to his outside, Ross the Boss Chastain. In row 2, we have Josh Berry. Next to that, Jones boy, Eric Jones. And in row 3, starting 5th today, is Ryan Preece. Next to Corey LaJoie, who had an outstanding qualifying lap. Carson Hocevar, the Michigan native, next to AJ Allmendinger. Bubba Wallace and Joey Logano round at the top 10 in row 5. It's Noah Gragson and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. sitting in row 6. And Kyle Busch and John Hunter Nemechek in row 7. Ty Gibbs and the Todd Father Gilliland in row 8. We find Jamie McMurray and Ryan Blaney in row 9. Denny, Hammer, and Hamlin next to Chase Elliott in row 10, rounding out our top 20. Jack Mitchell has been on quite of a heater as of late next to Big Bad Brad Keselowski. And in row 12, we have William Byron. Starting 24th is Christopher Buescher. 25th and 26th are Daniel Suarez and Carter Adelman. And in row 14, it's Martin Truex Jr. next to his teammate, Seabell. Austin Dillon and Michael McDowell round out the top 30. Starting deep in the field, in 31st is Alex Bowman next to Daniel Hemrick. Tyler Reddick with a poor qualifying attempt, starting 33rd, next to Zane Smith. Chase Briscoe and Justin Haley. Haley taking over that 7 for Spire. And then Harrison Burton and Austin Cindric. Sorry, getting a little behind there. And then Gino Harvey in row 20. Sorry, Harrison Burton. We know that you are still in the 21 in this current Aflac Cup Series season, unlike the real NASCAR Cup Series. So, 20 laps tonight. Most previous winner was Big Bad Brad Keselowski. Here they go through 3 and 4, and they get the green flag, and we are off and racing here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Ross Chastain trying to get that run off the top side. He gets it done over Kyle Larson. Oh, Larson overdrives turn 3, gets up into Josh Berry. That opens the door for Eric Jones. He slams the door on Ryan Preece, and Ryan Preece shoves him up the track. Ryan Preece was not liking that move by Kyle Larson and gets rid of him. So Preece moves up to 3rd behind Jones and Chastain. Hocevar up into the top 5 with Bubba Wallace in 5th. Mentioned Wallace on the pre-race show. He's looking really good here, feeling confident. Carson Hocevar taking 3rd from Preece, but Preece gets him on the crossover as they head to turns 3 and 4. Off turn 4, it's Carson Hocevar taking over that 3rd position. Carson's looking awfully strong here in the early going of this race. We're 1 quarter through the race. Oh, Ty Gibbs looks like he got into the wall. And here's Ross Chastain catching up to the back of the pack. Happens fast here at Bristol and Martinsville. And Ross Chastain off of turn 4. He's going to lead lap 6. Now, we're going to take a look at these ruby red Camaros in the field. There are 4 of them tonight. Kyle Larson's the first one. Hendrick is celebrating 40 years. They celebrated that last year, but they are commemorating this paint scheme with 4 paint schemes. As you see, Larson, and then there's Chase Elliott in the UniFirst Ruby Red Chevrolet. So they're going to be running these schemes at both Bristol and Martinsville, 2 racetracks that Hendrick Motorsports has had plenty of success at. There's Chase Elliott passing AJ Allmendinger and Josh Berry. William Byron not too far behind his teammate Chase Elliott. He's trying to fend off big bad Brad Keselowski. Keselowski was the most recent winner here. And he looks like he's kind of struggling through the field. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. passing him. And last but not least is Alex Bowman. Oh, he gets tagged by Briscoe. Bowman had a poor qualifying position, and he just got tagged by Chase Briscoe trying to move through the field. Austin Dillon moves him out of the way now. I think Bowman's got a flat tire. Oh, he makes it 3 wide with Ross Chastain trying to split lap traffic. He gets into Ross as he catches it on board with Bowman as Eric Jones is now caught up to Ross Chastain thanks to that incident. Here comes Eric Jones. He loves the Bristol Motor Speedway. To the inside of Ross, going for the race lead. We are now hitting the late stages of this race. Hocevar thought about making it 3 wide, but he backs out. Pretty smart. Oh, he goes around the high side of Eric Jones. Hocevar now going for the lead, and he gets it off of Ross Chastain. Kyle Larson is fitting right back into this battle for the lead here. Hocevar leads. Chastain, Larson, Kyle Busch. Hocevar trying to catch up. Oh, he gets into Justin Haley, his teammate. Oh, Haley goes around in front of the leaders. In front of Ross, he tags him, and Bubba Wallace with nowhere to go. Ends up hitting the front of Justin Haley. I think Hocevar might have got some damage in that one as well. What chaos here in the high banks of Bristol. Hocevar caught Haley off the turn in a bad spot, being hounded for the race lead by Chastain and Kyle Larson. Man, Ross Chastain is having a miserable season 13. He was a championship contender last year, and this year he's battling to stay inside the top 30. There's one more look at it. Hocevar gets into Haley off of turn 2, and then Haley gets turned back into Hocevar by Chastain. Haley hits the inside wall and comes back up, tags Ross. Bubba with nowhere to go. And how about Kyle Larson with amazing wreck avoidance there? Hocevar does have some damage, but he's decided to stay on the racetrack. And Ty Gibbs, he's pitting for an adjustment because that car has been miserable to drive all night long for him. So Ty Gibbs hoping to improve because he's nearly last place anyways. So might as well come back down pit road. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We got 4 laps of racing left. It's dwindling down here at Bristol, and Hocevar drives it in. He gets past Larson. So does Kyle Busch and Ryan Preece. Oh, Preece gets set up the track by Larson up into Hocevar. And the caution is out with 3 laps remaining. Maybe that was a little payback from earlier in this race where Ryan Preece shoved Larson up the track, and now it was Larson's turn. And you can see he definitely tags the back bumper Ryan Preece. Poor Carson Hocevar, nowhere to go. And Carson gets put into the wall. Ryan Preece spins off the nose of him, and Ryan Preece will be on the hook with a broken toe link. Done for the day. Hocevar is electing to stay out once again. We'll see with how much damage that car gets. He's running 4th. Can he have a miracle run here to the finish? But we got Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson on the front row. The Kyle and Kyle show is back. Here we go, 3 laps to go in Bristol. Larson's going to take it in high off of Kyle Busch, trying to get that race lead, but Busch fends him off for now. Larson's going to get the run down the banks here, heading into turn 1. Kyle Larson clears Kyle Busch, but leaves the door open for an easy crossover for Rowdy. Heading into turn 3 and 4. This time by, they're going to get the white flag here at Bristol. They make contact off of turn 4. Busch is going to run Larson high up the track. Advantage, Kyle Busch. Look out, he'll peek his nose in there, but got loose. Here comes Kyle Busch. He gets tagged by Larson. They're going to be side by side, and it's Kyle Busch getting the victory! How about that? What a win for Kyle Busch! Right at the line over his rival Kyle Larson at Bristol. What a ending couple laps there. Larson shows his displeasure with Kyle Busch, but Kyle Busch is going to do a burnout off that spin out. That's the best way you can handle that, definitely, for Kyle Busch. At the end of the day, he is the race winner. God, it's so good to see Kyle Busch back in victory lane, especially in the Aflac Cup Series, which he has dominated so much here. Here's a replay of the last lap. Logano tried making it 3 wide, but ends up getting off the banking. What a save by Logano, by the way. But then there's Larson getting into Kyle Busch, and Busch did not appreciate that, so he just sends Larson into the inside wall and takes the victory here at Bristol. Here's our point standings, your top 8 so far. Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Truex, Larson, Logano, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, and Alex Bowman are now your top 8. Bowman drops a lot of spots. He is only 2 to the good over Ryan Blaney. Gino Harvey's now out of it. He's 3 back. He had a miserable night. He wrecked in qualifying. Chase Elliott moves up to 13th in points. Kyle Busch moves up from 23rd to 14th. So Kyle Busch is back in this thing. Jack Mitchell sitting 16th as he was earlier, but he is now 26 out instead of 20 out. Here's your drivers who are having frustrating years: Buescher, Briscoe, Chastain, Stenhouse, Carson Hocevar. Although he had a really good run today, I'm not sure where he finished the line. I think it's top 10. He did have a lot of damage. And then Corey LaJoie and Justin Haley, drivers that swapped rides, they are 37th and 38th, I believe. So let's look for Hocevar. There he is. He ended up finishing 8th with all that damage. Logano goes from 3rd to 6th on the final lap, but he did a good job because he could have junked that car as he got onto off the banking in turn 2. Chase Elliott gets a top 5. William Byron also a top 5. And Keselowski rallies to finish 13th, last race winner at Bristol. Here's your 21st through 30th and 31st through 39th. You see Daniel Suarez, Jamie McMurray, Jack Mitchell, Chase Briscoe, Carter Adelman. Kind of surprised. He's a former winner here at Bristol. And then there's Austin Dillon. And the next race we will be going to is Darlington Raceway. Always such a good event there that Darlington puts on, and we will be excited and eager to watch that one. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This is the Aflac Cup Series, GT24, GM26, signing out.